There are two very important questions to keep in mind, which are how much does it cost and who's going to pay for it. So yesterday when we went to the dealership, we found it very important to create a product that adds value to the company. So we found out that the cost for 1 day of cost to have a training program is about 800 reals, which is about $200 in American money. So we think that John Deere should be responsible for about 25% of that cost, and the customer should be responsible for the remaining 75%. And here's why. We believe that through this process, John Deere will be creating mutually beneficial relationships with their customers. We also believe that market penetration will increase due to the changes in precision ag, and we also believe that the revenue for John Deere will also increase. So taking a look at risk management, one of the most important questions to think about is, will the customer actually complete the training in full? Because if not, that could lead to potential losses for John Deere. So to kind of stop that from happening, we came up with the idea of having the customer sign a contract agreement saying that they will complete the training in full, and if not, they will be responsible for paying John Deere back. So just to recap, the current training in Brazil focuses on mechanics. It focuses on a transfer of knowledge from the dealer to the worker, and it also focuses on an on-site 2-day training as well as an assessment that's only offered on paper. So on our version of John Deere Academy, we really want to hone in on the utilization of JD Link to reduce downtime, and to assist with that, we really want to focus on fixing the machines, which we want to use through the implementation of the remotes. When we went to the dealership, we found out that the remotes help reduce downtime by 67%, and they also help reduce the cost by 50%. So in addition to that, we also really want to focus on making the training 2 weeks, just to give them a more involved hands-on training. And we also want to offer a more involved competency-based training, just so that they can have like a more hands-on experience. So now I'm going to pass it to Josh so he can close us out.
Okay, so to conclude, we believe we can solve the challenges in labor through increased education. Because with the increased education and allowing them to not only understand the machinery, but the assistive software that comes with machinery, they can be able to fully utilize the equipment they're dealing with to harvest the sugar cane, and that in turn provides them with increased yield, increased interaction with their machinery, and understanding that machinery. And with that increased yield comes increased profits, which leads to better customer satisfaction. And with that better customer satisfaction, we create a better relationship between Deere and the customer, which creates not only more loyal customers, but also free public advertising, where they're more likely to go out and tell people in their industry about using Deere products, which increases sales. And so therefore, through increasing its education, just starting with sugarcane and then expanding to other products, we believe John Deere can make a significant impact in the agricultural industry in Brazil. Thank you.
Yeah, we know that the labor cost in Brazil is huge for any company, and also for our producers. And the turnover is very high. We face that issue in our dealer network. They train, but they could not retain for long. And we heard the same from our customers. So that project surfaced a very important issue, and even more since we are applying more and more technology into our portfolio. So it's very interesting the way I know a bit about how we deliver our training here, and I think you have a very good view in there. So.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
You guys mentioned about Deere providing training to the farmer, if I understood that right. When you say Deere, are you thinking about dealers or Deere himself?
So I think that we were trying to say, are you talking about the current training or in our suggestion?
Your proposal.
Oh, so in our proposal, we're planning to keep the same idea where currently, like I said, Deere as a company provides training, to our understanding, Deere as a company provides training to the dealers, and then the dealers train the individual workers sent by the farmers. So we think that in our new kind of training program, we should keep the same idea because it seems to be working pretty well. But making sure that the dealers are adequately trained so that when they're training workers, it's also just as effective.
So, one aspect that we need to make sure we understand is how we engage dealers in this. There are several aspects of it. One is short term. Some dealers, they might think, if I train better my customer, they will not be as dependent as they are to my services, which is a source of revenue for them. Obviously, mid and long term, I believe all dealers will think this is a great thing because if we provide a better training to our customers, it will make them more loyal to us, to John Deere. My point is how you guys think about really selling the value proposition of it and not turn into a threat to the dealership.
So we actually went to a dealer yesterday to where they actually saw positive increases in both sales and the relationship with the companies and their customers through providing training. Because not only do they allow their customers to see John Deere as a better product for them to use, but also Brazil, where the area they were facing is lacking technicians to go and serve these farms because they don't have enough technicians there. When this farm has a problem, they have to have a technician leave the facility, which ultimately understaffs them. So if they're able to fix more of these small problems while still making revenue off the training, not only does it decrease the downtime of the farmer, it improves the efficiency of the dealer working because they're not fixing mistakes that really could be fixed on a fundamental level by someone who owns the equipment. Rather, they're focusing their technicians, the limited technicians they have, on kind of fixing those big issues.
Okay. And can I go follow?
Yeah.
That's my last one. And how you guys, why you guys come up with this 25% on Deere cost and 75% on customer cost?
Yeah, so we came up with that because originally, after talking to the dealer, well, we talked to the sugarcane mill owner as well as the dealer yesterday. But in the past, I'm not really sure about like current, like today. In the past, John Deere was providing these services for free. So if you had the machine, it was pretty much when you have an issue, you go to the dealer and they help you out with that. So they train you with that, but it wasn't charged. So we came up with the 75 to 25% ratio because we believe that Deere providing that 25%, it just builds the relationship with the customers and kind of like encourages like the customer loyalty relationship.
So yesterday when we went to the dealership, we talked to the owner and he was telling us that he believed that the customer should be 100% responsible for the cost of the training. So, because he was saying it helps them generate more money. So we thought to keep our idea and to implement his idea that we could still keep the relationship, but we could still have the customer pay for a large portion of the training as well.
I saw in there that you, in your business module, dealer to dealer, how do you see that possibility? Dealers selling training to other dealers?
It was actually, it was from Deere to the dealer and then from the dealer to the workers.
Not dealer to dealer? Okay.
Yeah, I'm sorry, it might not be that easy to read, but it says Deere to dealer.
Yeah, so
Sorry
it's
about
kind of
that.
like a cycle, like, so the training information is first given to Deere, then from Deere to the dealer, and then from the dealer to the worker.
No, in the spreadsheet, there is a
It's
spreadsheet
on
with the current and the proposal. I thought I saw, not dealer to dealer. Yeah,
Right.
because my question was.
Well, that's another good
regards
idea.
that if you see a potential,
That's another
I
idea.
thought I saw that, but now I'm questioning, is there a potential for have that